You've had some time to look back at the campaign. Why do you think you lost?
You know, I actually haven't really tried to Monday morning quarterback it too much. Things happen so quickly, and this has happened so quickly, and to transition from out of the office has been so quick that I haven't really taken the time yet to sit back and dissect the election.
Bono Mack served our district since 1998. She won a special election to succeed her husband, Sonny Bono, after he died in a skiing accident. Every 2 years, Democrats challenged, but up until this past election, she won by more than 50% of the vote. This past summer, Bono Mack debated her challenger, Dr. Raul Ruiz, and came out with accusations against him about video showing him supporting a convicted cop killer. The political advertising got nasty, and local viewers watched the negative ads over and over again. On top of that, a local Indian tribe that backed her campaign repeatedly demanded an apology for what it perceived as her taking a stance against Native Americans. I wondered if these actions by the Bono Mack's team backfired for her campaign.
I'm sure, Frank and I and the team will at some point in time over a beer go over what we should have done differently, could have done differently. But that doesn't change anything, so I don't waste time doing it.
And there is no time to waste. She says it's been a quick transition. I asked her what it was like to cast her last vote as a member of Congress.
Frustrating. My last vote was so frustrating. The fiscal cliff. It's an example of everything that has become wrong with Washington. The reason why we're voting on a fiscal cliff is because of the stalemate and the partisanship in Washington, D.C. And there's this new sport, it seems, of brinksmanship. Let's take the American people all of the way to the edge and put them in so much fear that they'll accept whatever we're going to give them.
In Washington, D.C., Bono Mack has a long legislative history, was a member of half a dozen caucuses, and served on some of the top committees, including chairwoman on commerce, manufacturing and trade, communications and technology, and environment and economy. But solving problems here at home for her district members are most near and dear, including the radar and tower issues at the Palm Springs International Airport, working to solve the Salton Sea situation, among many other projects.
What are you most proud of?
There's no doubt for me that my legacy piece that I'm so proud of is the Santa Rosa San Jacinto Mountains National Monument. I'm proud of that for a lot of reasons, not only how we did the legislation, but also that we've been able to preserve these lands for generations to come.
Bono Mack also expressed how much she enjoyed working with her constituents, hearing their stories, and helping to solve their individual problems. She enjoyed meeting people on that level. And in Washington, she's most proud of her ability to work with both sides of the aisle.
I think that my bigger lasting legacy would be that I was never a partisan person in Washington, D.C., that I tried to bring people together and solve problems. And I think in Washington, I've left with that legacy, and I'm proud of that.
To her supporters, she simply says thank you. Near tears, she says she could not have survived this long in Congress without them and all the hard work behind the scenes they did to keep her going.
I have no regrets. I have no resentments. The sadness that I have is twofold. The people that I served and the staff who served with me. I worked with some wonderful people over all of the years.